Hey guys,
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home.
actually my friend told me to
that's
play
me.
this game, so I'm going
I'm getting
to
old.
try it out.
My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police.
Oh, wow.
But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now.
Like,
maybe I should just lay low.
Now?
Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too. Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence.
Just like
wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement.
Yeah, why? It's in your nature. It's everybody's
What could
nature.
possibly go wrong?
Clawville City. Oh God! Oh God! How about this? Hell.
Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
Okay, let me turn the light on. Is the light on? Oh. Oh, wow.
I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here, whether I like it or not. Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles. We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight. This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life, before Molly left me and
Wait,
took our
that's
daughter.
his wife?
The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes. The Wild Gentlemen. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground. M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants. Every whiskey has the same color nowadays. At least in this price range. I promised myself I'd write a novel one day. I don't even know what these papers are. Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has. I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded.
Well, I would like to see
I
colors.
need another drink.
Alright,
Who is this dame anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
Oh my god.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez. Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please
Oh,
enlighten
I'm just
me,
turning
Mr.
autoplay
Fetherland.
I'm not a
on
private
and off.
eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Fetherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
Yes.
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Huh. Thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
Alright, look at this. Oh. Alright, The Notebook. Good movie, by the way. The Notebook is the detective's best friend. Here, you gather brutal information about the case, the subject or victims, and the location you will visit. How does it work? Click on any text or picture in your notebook to read the translated version in your language. Deborah Azamaya. Okay. Female, pretty, advisor, nothing too special. She runs errands for her employer. She's a popular lady, but I don't think she's from a particular wealthy or influential family. Okay.
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats, exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
Alright.
So, this is the part where the interrogation comes, like in those detective movies.
Something like that, Deborah. Yes.
Oh Lord. I had to ask her questions. Right. Alright. Focus on what you know about the subject. Is he or she suspicious? Concentrate on that. He is suspicious. Why are you suspicious? Get an impression from the subject. Every person adds a new question line. You are pressing question 1. Which was the board? So many options. centimeter is your best friend. It shows how well the crossing is going. Keep it on the positive side, okay? Blah blah blah. I like that 100%.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I can scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
Who exactly are you,
Who
ma'am?
exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you,
Lordy.
if not even more.
You're not very confident. Are you sure you're alright? Tell me which part of the city do you live in? Cavalier Hills? Bars, maybe?
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills? Flowerville, maybe?
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer, and not on personal business.
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach.
Oh god. Why did you have to... Why did you have to visit me on this particular evening? Stop playing the Fires of Prey sunshine and start singing. Oh my god.
Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also important to you.
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Why did you come and visit me? Why not your part yourself? Were you born and raised in Colville? Do you even your phone? Oh my god.
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the
this
way.
is
We're
really-
finally getting somewhere.
Laugh.
We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
How did you get the address? What do you want from me? I'm sure it's not essential, but are you toying with me? What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me? Right, stay here. Jeez, this is hard. Really, this is hard. I don't know.
What do you want from me?
Me?
Oh, don't be silly, Deborah. I mean your employer. I was just talking to myself, out loud.
Well, Miss Katsenko thinks you're a great detective, and you're also reliable. That's why I came.
Did she also give you the lockpick?
Please, could you let this go? I'm really embarrassed.
Sorry, sweetheart, I'm just teasing you. As soon as I saw you, you were forgiven.
That's very nice of you.
It has nothing to do with being nice, Deborah, but you're welcome.
Then what is it? Have you thought truly about it? Do you think this whole thing was oh my gosh.
Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino, I'll explain everything.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No
No,
offense.
she's fine.
I'll take that as a
No offense.
compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other.
If you won't complain, what's the point of all of this? Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you? At all.
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Smart answer.
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid.
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him.
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
Exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Let me see the one. Nice watch, partner. Living legend.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints. You know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
The angel say, here you will store all the essential items throughout the case.
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Mr. Featherland?
Well, it looks like he was
Santino,
ready to
are you
catch
all
the
right?
football.
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I was like,
don't know
whoa.
anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
But
All right. When can I visit?
visit me?
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko. But there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Ketsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Oh, is that a bunny? The victim and lady, okay. I'm just going this rapid. He's a rat. Okay. 5.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
Of course not, Sonny. Ultra, what's up?
Could you come over?
Yeah,
I got
what's
a
up,
favor
Doc?
to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Lewis arrived
Oh
a
my
few
God,
minutes
there's
later. He
Lewis.
lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
Oh wow. Well, let's talk to her more.
Could I ask you a few more questions, Deborah?
Feel free, Sonny. I've already told you more about my...
Afraid.
I'm afraid I already...
Do you think my whereabouts aren't a secret?
Do you think they ever were?
Well, I was hoping.
Clawville is a big city, but not so big that Santino Featherland can hide in it.
Oh, please. Flatter me more. So, Ibn Wessler, eh? You know you could have dropped the bomb a little earlier.
If I started with that, I'm sure he would have thrown me out.
You're right. He's one of the most dangerous gangsters in the city.
I only know he's an influential businessman.
Isn't that the same?
Not even you can see the world as that black and white.
Oh my God.
Sonny, I've already
good.
told you what
You really are the...
I'm not sure I get...
Let me give you some...
It's not so...
Is she really
Yeah.
that...
I would do more...
I see.
Thank you.
Sonny, please. So this Natasha dame...
Look, I'm just the messenger.
I see.
Please.
Okay.
Thank you.
So this Natasha dame...
Look,
I see.
please.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, that's it.
Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being...
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah.
Let me just get over here. What's over here?
My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine. So I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes. Just in case. She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know. My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's gonna be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Alright.
I haven't dusted... Ironic, but... Oh man,
Alright, here we go.
It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same. And the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music.
Oh, good
The
God.
9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here,
I like I
with
had the
nothing
song
left to
that
lose
channel
but
for
our
the
sanity, while others, the
Mexican.
smart ones, had already gone.
And it does
Molly.
look.
Does her
Oh,
name
God.
really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
Chapter 1, Detour.
I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
Well then. Let's see. Oh, interest, bullet holes, spark, call. Well then, I am going to stop by here and continue where I left off. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, to ring the bell for notifications for new videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Anne, Black and Material.